Okay, now after that we have Donkey Kong Jr., which, yes, I have fixed the lighting situation. I have a big lamp in here now, but it helps. I'm an amateur. I need help. I need guidance. Dang, I need help. Donkey Kong Jr. Again, another one of their arcade ports. I actually think this one's pretty good. Other than, no music, except just music at the beginning. The kind of scary sounding music you hear in horror movies on the organs. Alright, enough for that binder. Okay, that's 2 down. 1 to go. Now these are some of my favorite games. We have Dig Dug. Yes, Dig Dug, the wonderful Dig Dug. Doesn't look a whole lot like the arcade, but it's good enough. And music does get kind of repetitive after a while, but if you're pretty handy, you can get a pretty high score on it. But it is a pretty good representation. It was released in '88, which is about, what year? About 3 years after it was made, I think. We have Miss Pac-Man. That's kind of hard to see. That's better. But look at that. Somebody put a Bullwinkle sticker on my cartridge. This was released in '82. About a year after the game was released in arcades. And we have Joust. This is a Williams arcade port. Released in '82. If you don't know the story of Joust, you are a man that rides on an ostrich fighting men that are on buzzards. And the buzzards are just kind of annoying. But I've noticed that when they're flying, it looks like they're holding paintball guns. Mario Brothers. Mario and Luigi beating up little animals, but look, there's a crab about to catch Mario on the balls. He's even looking at his balls. He wants to kill him. It was released in '83 for the 2600. Of course, all of these are silver labeled. I love the silver labels. And we have another Namco arcade port, Galaxian. This was released in '83 also, which is about 4 years after it was released in the arcade. It was released in the arcade in 1979. This is actually the prequel to Galaga. And of course, end label says Galaxian, just like all these. Pole Position. It says it's fast-paced track fun, which it was an okay port of the arcade game to a home system. Of course, it was a lot better on the 5200, and I really think it's good. I mean, I've heard people saying it's not that good compared to Forza 2. What crap's that all about? Why would you compare a 2600 game to an Xbox 360 game? That's not fair. Another arcade port. This one was actually an Atari arcade port. It was it's Battlezone. You don't have the green vector screen like in the arcades, but you have. I think the story behind it is a lot of the countries in the world are at war, and and they've all got super tanks and flying machines across the land. And you go into a museum and find an old tank that still works, so you have to fight the enemy. And we have another Atari arcade port, Centipede. What's actually going on is you're like a little wizard thing in a forest of mushrooms, and you have to kill a centipede and spiders that come at you. And the centipede looks a little pissed, if you ask me. Looks like he's gonna kill him. Of course, he pretty much does if he catches him. Alright, just give me a second. I have to drag out my boxes this time, because the rest of my games are in boxes. Alright. This is my small box of Atari games. I have a gigantic box underneath my bed. You can hear me, this is my small box. I have Jungle Hunt. This was another arcade port. This one was by Taito. Basic story of the game is you're a man going through the forest trying to save your girlfriend from being eaten as lunch by some tribe. It's got the little star at it because showing that it's a trademark game. Have Real Sports Football. I can't say a lot about it. It looks a lot better than the regular football game. Although every time I play it and the guy gets tackled, it makes a rapid beeping sound. My mom and my sister keep asking me if the phone rang. I'm like, no, I'm playing Atari. And this one has no end label, but it's bowling. I actually like this bowling game. It's pretty easy, and it's got different modes. You can use like steerable ball, straight ball, curving ball, different stuff like that. Bless me, and forgive me for sneezing on camera. I have Adventure, one of the first really adventurous video games ever created. Basically what you have to do, you have to go through the different kingdoms, light and dark kingdoms, to find your chalice and bring it back to your kingdom. And after that, the game pretty much ends. On the way, you'll encounter mazes, dragons, and bird things. I don't know what they are. I have Real Sports Baseball, which I still haven't taken a sticker from Goodwill off. This one I have to play with someone else, but nobody else plays, so I'm pretty much screwed with that. I have the regular football. I wanted to play this when I got it home, and I couldn't because the freaking thing will not boot up on my Atari. But it kind of saddens me just a little bit. Another Activision game, skiing. I like this game. It's kind of hard, but I still like it. Basketball is another two-player. You can't play it by yourself. You could, but it's not going to be very fun. It's basketball, it's sports, what can you say? And another Activision title, Stampede. You're basically a cattle roper. You're a rancher going down this field with a stampede, and you gotta pretty much get all the cows wrangled up before they get away. Raiders of the Lost Ark. This game is hard as crap. I mean, one of the things that aggravates me the most is you gotta play with two controllers. I mean, as if it's not hard enough with just the game by itself. They gotta make you play it with two controllers because you need so many different buttons. Alright, let me get my second box of games out. Alright. Now for this box, sorry about that, I used an old DVD player box. Man, this thing's full of games. Alright, here starting out we have Sword Quest Fire World. I don't like this game. Yes, I do have some duplicates in here. I have Laser Blast. Only one of the Atari games I can figure out where it's a space game, but you're playing the bad guy this time. Yeah, awesome, isn't it? You get to shoot the good guys. Skyjinx. You're in a field racing your airplane through past pylons.